And Legions is just all Legion. He does this every year. I've always wanted just to see if he would change, but if he didn't change in year 5, year 6, why would you change in year 7, right? So
trust me, as tempting as it was to put for Mortiz in, because I would love to see him win, can't abandon my goat.
all right. I don't know who sent this one in, but Azura, Hortensia, Itsuki, and Chrom. Azura, Tsubasa, and Shida, Itsuki, and Chrom. Baldr. You waited until the final day to become a villain, I see.
The late villain arc.
Yes. I would think most people on day 7 have clarity and realize what they truly want.
Some people choose chaos on their day 7.
Yeah, because usually early on you buy into the hype, but on day 7 you're true to yourself. But then, all right. I respect the Tsubasa and Shida votes and Itsuki and Chrom because TMS is deserving. Like, people don't want to hear this, but in terms of characters in the Fire Emblem universe, presuming you believe they count, they're better than a majority of Fire Emblem characters, modern Fire Emblem characters.
It does help that that's kind of how, Persona-like games is supposed to be good character development, but still.
Oh, are you saying it does help that you have writing that
plenty of it
involves character growth? Yes, I believe in that too.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be a smug dick about it, but the majority of Fire Emblem characters do not experience these things.
No, can't fully fault most of them because they are from games where you get 2 lines of dialogue and that's it. But,
yeah, that is a fact.
Can't exactly characterize Board, Chord, and Barst. Just saying.
Right. Anyways, yeah, I like those picks. And of course, I'm down for Azura. Hortensia doesn't have a chance of winning, so I'm alright with it. Casual Fire Emblem Heroes fan, Dexes. This definitely looks casual. You went Black Knight, Jade, Ivy, and then your brain shut down and you just went Black Knight, Black Knight.
Yeah,
Black
basically.
Honestly, hoping for 1 year of Black Knight. Hoping for him.
I realized that there were more people talking about him this year than I'd seen before, and more people like slotting in one of their slots to vote for him, and I realized he was 7th last year. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna...
Yes, he has a chance. That's why I'm like, what the fuck is
he's
this?
He's getting there.
Dude went Jade and Ivy, and then he realized what his heart was about.
Yeah, freaking Jade. Like, Ivy, fair enough. Good enough chance. Jade.
Well, Jade, I wasn't voting to.
Yeah, pragmatically.
Just send her a vote. Yeah.
Yes.
That's fair.
Okay, it's not the worst voting I've seen, which, by the way, Legion, yours is definitely up there with worst voting I've seen, so.
I don't care about morals. I will only vote for Legion.
All right, you want to see what
Legion
actually is worst voting I've seen? Shout out to my guy, Black Wolf, who's also a part of my union in NIKKE. Look at this nonsense. He is literally...
I saw this one.
He is literally canceling out his own vote, guys. Remember, Azura, the only way Azura's gonna make top 2 is if she beats Ivy. So what are you doing? And I like how for the tiebreaker, this guy just burns his vote, just sets it on fire and votes Leo. What are you doing? So he's like, I can't favor Ivy more than Azura, and I can't favor Azura more than Ivy. And so I will burn my vote for Leo. This is the worst I've seen. What is this nonsense?
This person's like, I love phase characterization of Leo. They turned him into the I like tomatoes guy. Why don't we have another alt where he just likes tomatoes?
Tomatoes! It's not even, if I remember correctly, it's not even his favorite food.
I think he likes miso soup more than he likes tomatoes.
If I remember correctly, I don't remember anything about him because he wasn't particularly interesting and he hated your guts and he was cold. Okay, maybe he doesn't hate your guts. He's just really cold.
That's me hates your guts.
At first, especially in Birthright, he's very cold to you.
Yeah, so when they gave him the personality of tomato, I actually prefer that. And then I realized, hold on, they're never gonna do anything more.
That is literally it.
That's what that
dude has an entire 2 alts with totems that just throw tomatoes. I know that one is sandwiches, but come on.
Still.
Here's Tarantula. No, seriously, he's not even on Wi-Fi. He's watching us on. He's watching us on 5G.
On date.
It's nice to see he was on 5G when he did this. I can't believe you're doing that for me.
Because that's how much Hilda bribed him to get all these votes.
Okay.
8 watching Twitch
now,
5G.
Now I hate everything about what you're doing. I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, what? Not genealogy, Hilda?
That's a better Hilda. That's right, genealogy.
Hey, he's using the best 3 houses Hilda design. I'll give him that. Or best, including Hopes too.
No, I dislike this Hilda even more than the original Hilda, because at least the original Hilda, you're like, she's young, she's gonna have issues, she'll grow up and be better, and then she grows up and like, oh, what was I talking about? Anyways, all for Hilda. She has a chance. You can
make top 5. I don't see her getting much higher than that.
I will say this. I do prefer her over Ivy and and Yunaka easily. So I'm for it.
Understand?
I might prefer a tiny bit over Yunaka, but not that.
Well, she's definitely better than Yunaka. Anyways, this next one is Anderud, and this one is
What a ballot.
Double Leaf.
what a fraud. This guy's picture is Leaf, and he only votes for Leaf twice.
Hey, at least it's more than he voted for. Oh wait, Azura gets the same number.
Yeah.
The reason why I bring this up is because Leaf actually has a chance. I think he was top 10 last
Oh,
year.
definitely top 10. I think he was like top 7 or 8.
He's
He doesn't have a chance this year, in my opinion, but I think he's getting there. Definitely.
Yeah.
He just needs people just need to keep voting for him so he doesn't lose that tempo. But you know.
and this game
Loki.
has to not die. So, anyways.
Yeah, he's counting on it, not dying.
So Leaf, Sharina, I actually like the Anavo. I really respect Anavo. I'm actually so
Yeah, I
upset.
do too.
Did you know Anna in Choose Your Legends peaked
Frickin'
at
split.
32,000 votes? By the
yeah, I
way,
remember you going over this. Oh,
if she got 32,000 votes today, she wouldn't only win, she would stomp the competition. 32k votes, that's an absurd number. And it wasn't even the entirety of it, because if you combine the rest of the Annas, she had won that year. And now all the Anna fans have given up, which is the saddest thing, because even if a third of those guys voted for her, she would still win.
I get why they're split, but if only Anna fans would at least pick one.
That's robbery. That's
it seems
IS
they
being
mostly settle on
moronic.
the away.
Yeah, on the other hand, it's just a shame in general.
Yeah, I know,
As
but
for I checked Leaf's placement, he was in 6th for males last year.
okay,
Black
so
Knight was 7th.
no, that's legitimately within reason because -2, because the 1 and 2 are no longer votable because they won. That puts him as number 4, which is within striking distance then. Because
Black Knight number 5. Yeah.
for male division, if you even make it to 10,000, you've won. So it's
basically.
very possible. Anyway,
Yeah.
I wish I reinstalled this game for 7 days just to vote for Sigurd. The good news is you didn't even have to reinstall the game.
You don't have to install,
have
you
to.
just need a
You just
Nintendo
go to the
account.
website.
Okay. Anyways, I respect the Anna vote. I do not respect the Sharina vote. In fact, I'm starting to dislike Sharina even more than Alphonse, but not quite there yet.
Nice.
Because it's been 7 years, man. You gotta have more personality than a rock. But like, okay. At least he's grown a little bit of a character, is what I want to say. But last book, his grand plan was, I'll go one-on-one against this assassin who is actually supposed to be a deity. And
It'd be one thing if he were actually strong in game, but he is not.
yeah, and it all hinged on because he should have been dead. Had Hirschfelger just shut the fuck up and killed him.
Yeah,
Instead
stop the
of-
monologue.
instead
The
of
classic villain
monologuing.
thing of, I am going to kill you now, I think. Alphonse says, oh, are you really? Yes, I am. I'm about to kill you right now. Would you please try not to resist? It's like, okay, come on now.
The plan was so bad, and the way they played it out was so bad. I had a headache at that point because he didn't get anything
It was
out
one
of
of
it.
the silliest chapters. Yeah.
No, but hold on. I know people always shit on me for like not paying attention to Fire Emblem Heroes story, but Fire Emblem Heroes story is always about like, hey, we have like no dialogue, and you're supposed to remember the one sentence that's never extrapolated or expanded upon, but that's the key to the story. You were supposed to remember that one sentence. But seriously, that fight, there wasn't even that one sentence. There was no value in that fight whatsoever. What was the point of that fight? There was no contribution to the story at all. Supposedly, it was to back up the fact that the rat was not a traitor, which did not ever matter. So it didn't matter. They never did anything with it. Anyways, whatever. That was such a stupid thing. But at least he does something. I don't even know what Sharina did last book.
Rena is just doing nothing, as always.
Serena got out of this book pretty much.
Yeah. And she has been that way in other books, too.
I think in this book, the most she does is hug Rune, and that's it.
Yeah, so far, that's all she does.
Not expecting much more than that. I'll be back, by the way.
Okay. Anyways, I like her personality. She's a pleasant girl, but it's been 7 years. You gotta do more than that. Anyways, Loki, I like that pick. She's actually a fun character. In terms of like farm OCs that are actually pretty good, I think Loki fits
She's one of the better ones, I genuinely think. A lot of people are like, oh, she's just fan service, but no, she actually has, like,
She
succeeded
drives.
in, driving the plot and making plans and doing things.
Yes, which you can't say for the majority of characters. Anyways, Azura, you guys already know my feelings on that. That was the first vote I gave. Another Leaf vote. So yeah, I like how you backed Azura at the end of it because I think she has a chance. It would make me feel really happy if she cucked the shit out of Ivy or Yunaka.
Now it's just the engage hate train for CYL.
Yeah, with that said, we got a fake fan here. Valoria had to support Best Girl this time, especially after this year. Not sure why I missed a day. That's why I called you a fake fan. Are you sure you like Sakura? Because you literally picked nobody over Sakura.
Wow. for shame.
For shame. Now, this is a pipe dream, and I think everyone knows that. So
yeah, she'll do okay, but yeah, she's never gonna win.
I respect people who follow their heart, even though it's completely pointless. Now, speaking of respect, this I do not respect in any capacity and or degree, and no one should ever do this. I've been hearing rumblings of this. I do not understand the rumblings of this. I do not understand anyone who would ever do this. Why would you ever do this? We have friggin' Garfield here, all in for Baldr. Are you effing kidding me? What are you doing? Why?
Famous Fae player.
Now, I fully admit I have not been playing the story. You cannot fault me though. I have the trailer for this chapter, this book, is the worst one I've ever seen. I have literally came out with less interest than I had going into it. It had Baldr is teased as the main villain. We all know she's not going to be the main villain, and if she is the main villain, oh good lord, what are you doing? But she's highly unlikely to be the main villain because it's going to be Odin for sure. Odin for sure. With that said,
or Allfather.
Yeah, whichever.
Whatever they want to call him. She loses to Alphonse in the sword fight. I've broken it down.
Allowed her special thing to win.
Right, but you realize how stupid that is, right? If you're a god, you shouldn't be like, I only won because I have godly armor. No, you've been alive for a gazillion years. Learn some basic swordsmanship. She doesn't just lose to Alphonse. She loses in one blow. She does an overhead swing, immediately shielded. Like, did you not account for the shield? And then Alphonse immediately swings at her waist. And if it not for her bullshit magical armor, she would be dead. Do you realize how stupid that is? She lost in one swing. How do you lose in one swing? Anyways,
right.
And people are freaking out about her. Why? I know her VA voiced her support, which I love that actually. VAs who actually care about the characters, that's the right thing to do.
Right.
But still.
And she's apparently good friends with Golveg's VA as well, so they did a little.
I'd rather vote for Golveg, which by the way, I did vote for Golveg last year, so.
Well, you
should have voted for Golveg this year as Kvasir or Sather.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're so funny. Anyways.
But yeah, well, it's also people kind of freaked out when they data mined all her portraits when the book first came out, and she has like these really funny expressions. I don't know if that contributes at all, but
no.
And then the other thing is that there are a lot of Fae only players, and the Fae only players see the cute girl.
I've said that actually before.
Exciting.
I don't think there are any like true-bred Fire Emblem players left. I think they've all quit. So the majority.
There are certainly, regardless of however many there are a ton. There's a huge percentage that's Fae only, and they will definitely contribute to Fae OCs.
I think I think we can agree the majority of players at this point are Fae only or recent Fire Emblem players. In other words, they only played the newer games, which is why Engage.
If you combine those two, absolutely a majority.
Yeah. So when you put those things together, it's rough out here. By the way, guys, even though I'm disgusted by these votes, I don't take it personally, and I'm not telling you to vote otherwise. It's just, my God, what are you doing? So yeah, I don't want you to feel bad about your votes. It's just Baldr's such a weird one. I don't understand why she has any momentum. It's not like last year. By the way, I totally understand why Golveg got as much hype as she did. Number one, she's hot. She was smoking hot. But number two, she destroyed us. She kicked our asses. Remember that.
That trailer was, I remember the reaction.
That trailer was legendary. It was amazing. This is the trailer we got this year was the exact opposite of last year's trailer. Exact opposite.
It did feel like a downgrade, I have to say. Even as someone who didn't have a huge problem with this year's trailer, I much preferred last year's.
Oh yeah, by the way,
or I guess it would have been 2 years ago now.
Yes, it's 2 years. Oh, I forgot to mention. By the way, Baldr lost twice. By the way, once against Alphonse, but she lost the second time. Remember, we even shot at her as the summoner.
Oh, the summoning rifle.
Yeah, and then what's the girl's name? She doesn't matter either. The one with the gun.
Oh, Other. Yeah.
Other had to intercept it. Baldr apparently is. Baldr apparently is so incapable of fighting.
She's getting Other to do all her work for her using her rifle.
This is the exact. I should probably make that a video. This is the exact opposite of year 2 trailer. Do you remember the first time we fought Surtur? Not only did he.
Oh yeah, I remember you showing that one, and now you got to see his giant ball of fire.
Yeah, he was such a badass. This is what gets to me. Like the trailers back then were so. That was 7 years ago, guys. The trailer back then was so much better. It blew your expectations. There was choreography. It wasn't lame. Like here, Baldr having this trait of the armor is not a bad idea. I just want to be clear about that, right? But that's a trump card, guys. It's like when you finally corner the villain and you're like, I'm about to win, and you go for the killing blow and it hits the villain and then they just start laughing and you're like, what the heck? I just won the fight. Only to realize, wait a second, they were invincible all along. You never had a chance, right? That's a much better way of showing your trump card. You don't just start the fight with the trump card. That's the worst writing of all time. And before someone says, it's really cool that that they show off this invincibility thing. Okay, how many times have they done this invincibility thing in Fire Emblem Heroes? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Isn't
pretty
it
much
every effing
major-
book?
Almost
every
book.
book. Yeah.
So why did you make? Why did they make this the opener? Why?
I'm imagining their thought process is like, well, Baldr is, she's meant to be, brash and not concerned for her own, her own well-being or something. But it's like, I don't know. There are better ways to show that than to make her look incompetent.
Yeah, they made her look horrible. This is literally the villain I'm the least interested in all the books thus far. I thought last book was bad. No, this is even worse.
I have, so far from what I've seen of her, she has not been all that well, she's been slightly interesting, but not all that impactful. She's just been kind of the enemy in the way. So we'll have to see what happens to her.
No, we're not. No, we're not. You guys donated to make me see last book, and it was horrendous. I'm not doing this over again.
Oh, you're not gonna get the donations to do this book?
It's gonna have to be a big bribe. You saw me. I was literally dying on stream.
I saw your reaction. Yes, it was so funny though. It was so worth it.
I was literally getting an aneurysm. Again, I brought this forward. The fact that you could make threats without validating any of the threats is crazy. Hey, Legion, I have a bomb in your house right now. And if you don't do what I say, I'm gonna blow it up.
Oh, it's funny you should say that.
Oh, damn, he cut off. What was that?
Oh, a shame.
Did he cut
the
off?
Bomb just went off. Yes, it must have been intentional, though, because he knew the bomb was about to go off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I never even asked for anything, but I blew up the bomb, because that would have been better writing than whatever fate.
Alas. If you pull a Corrin, and you just think of Lorather as, like, an insane guy, then it helps a little bit.
Okay. Anyways, this is Sugma's Battle Ballot. Kvaser, Azura, Shrina. No, I'm serious, guys. Should we be able to vote for Kvaser?
Yes, we must have Kvasir, Gulveig, and Sather. All of them. Let's get into Arthur and why not?
I'm not sure about this. This doesn't even feel right. Because it's like, what if we can vote for Byleth again? Like female Byleth, enlightened Byleth or something.
Yeah.
That different, aren't they?
Kinda.
Kinda not.
We could probably find better examples of the winners, but that's just off the top of my head.
Even still, it feels a little cheap, yeah.
Anyways.
Alphonse and Leif.
Azura, Shrina, Vale, Azura, Vale, Shrina. Well, we know he's a fake Kvasir fan because he gave up on her immediately. I've never seen this before. Usually the first vote gets another vote.
Yeah.
But he completely abandoned his first vote. With that said, 2 for Azura, 2 for Shrina, 2 for Vale.
Alright.
I don't understand this at all.
A little schizophrenia out of me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, think about it, guys. What is this placement? He votes for Kvaser first, then completely forgets about it. Then he votes for Azura, then he votes for Shrina, then he votes for Vale, then he votes for Azura, then Vale, then Shrina. Who does things like this?
A very unique person, let's say.
All right.
Yeah, I would say I don't go into the plan with voting, but I obviously do. But some structure, I feel like most people go in with one.
Yeah. Vote for 3 Hopes Byleth. Wait, was that an option? No, it wasn't.
No.
No, then that's okay. If 3 Hopes Byleth got their votes combined, that Anna thing is literally robbery. Come on. That's literally all. 3 Hopes Byleth is literally alternate dimension Byleth. Come on. We all know that.
Yeah. Basically even the same universe too. So it's like it's just a different path of the same universe. That'd be ridiculous.
Right. Anyways, those are our ballots. Thank you guys for sending them. This was fun going over them. I was gonna award the worst voter to Black Wolf. For the reminders, this was Black Wolf's because he literally voted against himself. Azura and Ivy are probably fighting for the same spot, guys. Come on.
That one is truly a vote for the ages.
Yeah, then he went for Leo. But I think the true winner, because I didn't think we would have any viewers with this bad of a taste, is all Baldr. Come on, man. This is beyond undeserving. Goveg winning last year was already so iffy, but like I understood the hype from the trailer. There was no hype for Baldr trailer. Come on. You would have to literally not pay attention to the choreography, to the setting, to her intentions, to her person. Like you would have to ignore everything and just be like big boobas, hot lady, let's go. It's literally what you have to do.
And the thing is, that probably was exactly what happened.
Yeah.
To be honest, most remaining players in Fire Emblem Heroes is probably just gooners, so fine, probably is.
Yep, there sure are a lot of them.
Yeah. Which shouts to Anthony, my man, voted for all for Tharja. I was tempted to do this too. It would really make me happy for Tharja to win, but I think this community does not does not properly value her. Because I think, again, in terms of like most unique Fire Emblem girls, who would you even have on that list? Because I would have Tharja on that list every day of the week.
I think I could probably have that too. Part of the problem
among Fire Emblem girls, absolutely is you.
Perry. Man, I gotta take Tharja over Perry. I like Perry, but I'll take Tharja over Perry. Tharja has more dimensions here than that.
I would say so, and I say that as someone who doesn't like Tharja but really hates Perry.
I feel like Perry just wasn't done justice, you know.
And
the writers did not.
I gotta point this out. Guys, look at this. Tharja wins it every time.
Oh yeah, the classic.
Yeah, she wins this every time, guys. So good.
I know how to do it.
I actually bought one off of AliExpress. Then they sent me stickers. Then they took their listing down. Then I complained to PayPal and they gave me my money back. So now I have 100 Minecraft stickers. So if I could buy this, I would buy this. This is so good. My favorite figure by far. Now they made a lot of more figures since then, but remember, this was before Fire Emblem really got, well.
Yeah, this is like classic era Fire Emblem figure.
Yeah, there were not a lot of figures back then. So the fact that this did so well, it was something else. But yeah, a big part of it goes to Tharja. Who was it that says Tharja has the best body in the army? Somebody said that. I remember that.
I know Noe makes a quip on that.
Yeah, basically. Oh, and I think in the Japanese version, wasn't it? I think that was her unit roster description when they changed it in the American localization.
That sounds about right.
Oh, yeah. In America, you can't even tell a girl's hot because that's objectifying, and that makes you sexist. And if you're sexist,
and they did the curtain thing.
You got to go to hell and get canceled.
Before you die.
For the DLC of Awakening, they did that curtain thing that made it look worse as well. It made her look like she was naked.
Oh yeah, the curtains.
Chiku, what did you do to your picture? What is this shit? Is this a cute mouse? Okay, I'm not, dude. Anyways, I gotta respect this. Man, it went all in for Leg Yarn fan. I'm afraid you're 6 years too late for this to have a chance, but I respect it.
I do respect that as well.
That as well. Carrying on the legacy
says the
of body
All Legion guy. Yeah, of course you respect this.
Yeah.
I respect anybody who puts all 7 votes into a character that won't win.
Right.
That's how we get those insane votes that, like Halcyon getting 7. You know that was one guy.
All right.
Now, yeah, I just confirmed that, yeah, Tharja's, I was right about that description that she had. In the English version, it's the one with the darkest thoughts, and in Japanese, it has the nicest body in the army.
Yeah.
That figures.
Though it says, to be fair, many other characters receive different roster descriptions well, in different languages.
No, I believe that. She does have...
There's a lot of censorship in the translation, let's be honest, though.
All right. So, second only to voting for all Baldr is this, voting all Ivy. You scumbag.
This is the character who could win.
I'm glad you like her enough. Now, I did say I'll respect you irrespective of your votes, but when you die, which may be soon, I'll write you a shitty eulogy, starting with this man voted for Ivy.
Yeah.
And so he deserved this fate. All right, I'm sorry. You got at least a day to live. Anyways, moving on. He actually did give 1 vote to Sigurd, so I gotta respect that. He finally saw the light at the end of the tunnel and realized there was a better character to vote for. Oh, man. Who does this? What is this nonsense? Why would you decide on day 7? You know what? I've been voting Ivy all this time. I think I'll go Sigurd. So
I appreciate Ivy's character quite a bit, I will say. I think she is one of Engage's better characters, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I can argue that at least.
Oh my gosh. You were like, why not? Well, why didn't you figure it out in your first 6 days?
Why not?
Okay.
Hey, maybe you'll win twice now, and you can say that you voted for both winners, maybe.
Yeah, it does feel extra good when you vote for someone who ends up winning.
Right? Like, I mattered this time. Now you can matter twice.
This man took some extra steps to get here, but he at least got to the right point. He was going Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn with Stefan and Black Knight, and then gave up and saw the light.
In fairness, though, where is Stefan? Where is he?
He'll probably be godlike when he finally releases.
Sure hope so.
Yeah.
Few units that deserve more be in the game.
Did I actually sway some votes towards Azura? We had a lot of Azura voters going through everything.
Azura, in general, I noticed was surprisingly popular this year.
I really hope so, because she's one of the more realistic options to take away Yunaka or Ivy.
Yeah.
Ivy's win.
Yeah, it's because now it's Yunaka, Ivy, and Baldr are the current like top 3 if I remember correctly, and then Azura might be able to sneak in.
If Baldr wins, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Again, if Govik winning, I was perfectly fine with because there was so much hype built behind. Baldr doesn't even do anything, so I don't know where this is coming from. Last year when Govik won, she hadn't even done anything in the story. Like they rewinded time, which by the way was the split story. It was in linear, so yeah.
I mean, I guess if we're being technical here, she literally did everything by the point we could vote for her. She already won.
Oh, well, yeah. All right, guys. Anyways, those are your votes. That was fun, and we'll see who actually wins in a week or two.